Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through all the toys that my 2-year-old son owns. A couple weeks ago I made a toy rotation video and I had a lot of people requesting for me to show you kind of my son's toys and the brands that we own. We do keep a lot of wooden, Montessori, open-ended kind of toys. So if you're interested in that, definitely keep watching this video. I'm going to show you literally like every toy from every corner of our house. I was really hesitant to make this video because once I started pulling everything out, I was like, oh my gosh, we own so many toys. But I figured I'd just be transparent and be honest and just show you like realistically like what we actually own, what my son plays with, any regrets, things that we love the most, all of that good stuff. So if you have a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old or you're interested in these kinds of toys, definitely keep watching and you'll get some great ideas. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So this right here is the only toys that we have in our living room. Like all the other toys are kept in my son's bedroom or outside. The only toys that we keep in our actual like family living room is this right here. So we have a Melissa and Doug play kitchen. I love this kitchen. It's wooden. If you don't know the brand Melissa and Doug, they make really high quality wooden toys. We love them. We have tons of toys from them. I love this one particularly because it had this cute little like marble. It's not actually marble, but it looks like marble on the top. And it really matched like our real life kitchen, which is like right next door. So I thought that was really cute. We also got the pan, like the pot and pan set that's like real stainless steel, which I thought was adorable. And then the Melissa and Doug like plates, cups, spoons, all that kind of like kitchen accessories that went with it. It all came in one big set. It also came with a little hot pad. So it kind of just came with like everything, which kind of just furnished his kitchen. So I loved it. The only food sets that we have the fruits and vegetables, which we just keep in these little bins up here. We have this one, and then down here we have the rest of the fruits and vegetables, and then just some like random wooden food. And that's the only food we have at this moment. I probably plan on getting him like an actual like food play set, like maybe one of like the cutting like pizza one or something for Christmas, but he doesn't have any of those currently. Over here we have a Melissa and Doug shopping cart, which I actually got at a yard sale for like $2. So it was a really, really good deal. Here it's actually made of like real like metal and like feels like a real shopping cart, which I love. It's very like immersive, and he loves to put his baby doll in that and like push it around. So all of this he definitely plays with. Was for sure like one of his favorite toys when he was 1 year old especially, but this is definitely like played with daily. Over here we have his like cleaning supplies. This is by Melissa and Doug also. I will say 100% this was his favorite toy by far. Probably still is, honestly. Like if I could recommend like one toy for a 1-year-old, it would be this. Like they play with it so much. And I actually got him this like little tiny broom before I got him that, but he loved this so much that my boyfriend Ryan actually ended up buying this for him, which was so sweet. And then my parents got him this little vacuum for his 2nd birthday, and it actually turns on, I'll show you, and like makes like real vacuum noises. So he really loves this, and it actually detaches and it has like a little like handheld vacuum too. He's really obsessed with our real life vacuum, so I knew he was gonna like a play one. And when he first got this, he literally played with it for like 48 hours straight. So definitely vacuum was a hit. I don't actually know the brand of that vacuum. It's not anywhere on it. But if you just look up like play vacuum on Amazon, it's where I got it, should come up. Over here, we can see outside he has this little like step 2 dino dig like sand and water table. We use it only as a water table. The sand was kind of crazy, but he definitely loves that. We use it when we have like hot days outside or need something else to do. I'm not gonna walk all the way outside, but around the corner there we do have a Radio Flyer wagon and a Radio Flyer tricycle, as well as like a little outdoor Crocodile Creek ball. So those are the only outdoor toys he has. And we just keep those around the corner. So a wagon, tricycle, and a little ball, and his water table are the only things that he has for outside right now. As you can see, we are in an apartment, so we don't have a backyard. We just have like a little porch. So that's just kind of what we have at the moment. Walking back over here, I'll show you guys his room, and this is where it's gonna get really crazy because we have so many things in his room. I have everything pulled out right now. Obviously, I don't usually have stuff all over the floor. I just pulled it all out for you guys to see it. The first thing I'm going to point out is this little climbing structure. It's by the brand Little Monkey. And I love this climbing structure. This was a COVID-19 buy 100%. Once the playgrounds closed in the spring, and we don't know at what point it will be safe to let our son go back to playgrounds. We are definitely still staying home and being safe right now. So we bought this for him so he could still have a place where he could kind of climb and get his energy out and work on those gross motor skills. And I can 100% say, like, zero regrets. This thing is super sturdy. It's really easy to store. You can like watch the videos online. It literally just like folds in half, and you can store it under a bed or a couch. And it's just really, really great if you live in a small space, but with like a slide or something to climb on for your kids. It's just really, really helpful. So definitely do not regret buying that at all. Like I said, it was definitely a COVID-19 buy, but I'll be keeping it for future children anyway because it was great. Over here, we have this little bead maze. It's by the brand Bee Toys. You can find this at Target, but you can also find it online. It's just a little wooden bead maze. It has different activities on each side of it, and it's just got little like beads and things that move on the top. I will say that my son doesn't really play with this anymore, but he definitely did when he was like 6 months old, a year and a half old. I think after that he kind of lost interest in it, but I definitely recommend these for younger babies. It really helps them like learn to stand up. It has lots of fun activities for them to play with, and I am keeping it for future children. Like I said, my 2-year-old doesn't really play with it, but I don't really have anywhere to store it because it's so big, so I'm just keeping it for future kids, and it's just kind of sitting out here. And yeah, over here I have all of his puzzles. I would say like 99% of these are Melissa and Doug. The first one is definitely his favorite. He loves these sound puzzles, these little like peg sound puzzles. And I love them too because it teaches kids like real life sounds. Like it has the real life sound of what a train sounds like, what a car sounds like, and he like makes that connection. So it's really good for building like vocabulary and world experience. We have the transportation one that you're looking at right now. And then we also have a musical instrument one down there. And he loves both of them. He's very interested in them. I think probably because it's like one of the only toys that he has that actually makes sound. So he's really like engaged in them and likes them. And he's finally just started to learn like how to like turn the pieces to like get them to fit better. So that's been nice that he's finally figured that out. So yeah, that's definitely recommend these for a 2-year-old. They're great. Over here we have another Melissa and Doug puzzle. This is a shape one. Honestly, my son doesn't really play with this one too much. We haven't really gotten super into learning shapes yet. We've kind of started introducing like circle, triangle, square, and he does know circle for sure. But as far as the others, we haven't got really into those shapes yet. And he does not super into the knob puzzles for whatever reason. He never really was. I think some kids just are more puzzle kids than others. So honestly, we haven't played with this one too much, but I got it at a yard sale, so I'm not worried about that too much. Over here, this has got to be like one of my like most valued puzzles. Like this is Melissa and Doug again, and it's the locks and latch board. And this thing is so great. I got this for him when he was 1 year old. I didn't think he would be able to do it. I thought he would just kind of, like mess around with it, but not really do the locks. But man, I was so wrong. Like I swear by 15 months old, like he had all these locks down except for number 2 because that one he really struggled with. But like the rest of these, like he figured them out and like knew how to unlock them and everything. It was really impressive. And I love that he was able to work with his like fine motor skills and he was really into it. So I definitely recommend this puzzle to buy for a 1 or 2 year old. He still plays with it now and loves it. So definitely recommend that one. Over here, I have this Melissa and Doug hide and seek puzzle. This is definitely probably the second favorite. Again, he used this from when he was 1 year old and still uses it now. When he was really young, he would just kind of open it and get these little pieces out. They're like the little magnetic pieces. They are big enough that they're not a choking hazard. But if you're worried about that, you can always supervise your baby. But he loves playing with these. And now that he's older, he'll actually take all the pieces out and I'll ask him where does the cookies go? And he'll open the cookie jar and put the cookies in there. So it's definitely something that can grow with your child for sure. This one was definitely kind of an impulse buy. I bought this right before a long road trip that we were going on. And the reason I bought it was because this is like a little maze puzzle. So you move the pieces along the maze and the pieces cannot come out. So I thought it'd be great for a road trip because he couldn't drop the pieces. But I will say he does play with it some, but he doesn't play with it a ton. I don't know if I would recommend it to anybody. It is good for that road trip feature, but as far as buying the puzzle, I don't know. He doesn't really play with it like a maze quite yet. So maybe when he's older, I'll feel differently. But for now, I just kind of say it's eh, as far as buying it. Definitely my recommended puzzles for sure are the sound puzzle, the hide and seek puzzle, and the luck puzzle. Like those are like huge favorites at this house. We also have a little chunky dinosaur puzzle. This one we got because he has a dinosaur themed room and we didn't really have any of these chunky puzzles yet, so I thought it would be good for him. But honestly, he doesn't like this one too much. I think it's kind of a mixture of like, there's so many colors on it that I think he has a hard time like seeing where things go and like what things aren't on the board yet. And I also think like it's kind of frustrating for him, these chunky pieces, because I don't know, they're kind of like hard to fit into the shape sometimes. So he gets really easily frustrated with this puzzle, and he's just not one of those kids that likes to sit and like work on a puzzle for super long. So I don't know. I think some kids would really like these and some wouldn't, so it's just kind of up to you. And then the last puzzle over here for Melissa and Doug is this little colored wheel puzzle. This is like a color matching puzzle, so you put the little gear on the color that it goes on, and then you can like turn the gears if you want and like play with them. My son hasn't used this too much yet, but I think he's just now starting to really get all of his colors, so I think this will like start coming in handy like really soon. The only puzzles we have that are not Melissa and Doug are these three here. This first one over here is a Guidecraft puzzle. That's the brand, Guidecraft. And this I definitely recommend. This is the best like first puzzle I have ever seen. And the reason is because they're all circles. And like, if you guys have ever done a puzzle with a young child, like circles are the best because they're the easiest to like fit in there. And I love it because it also teaches like younger kids like how to start matching by color and size. And I just think this is like a really good first puzzle. Like I would definitely buy this for a 1-year-old, or even maybe even a little younger, like 18 months, and having them start working to like put the pieces in. Like it's just a really, really good first puzzle, and it's very high quality. And I'm definitely keeping this for like future children. So just definitely like that puzzle. This one, I don't know the brand. I have it like in a little Melissa and Doug tray, but it didn't come in this. It doesn't have a brand on it, so I actually don't know, but it's a Montessori puzzle. You'll see this in like all Montessori classrooms. And this is like a very good first puzzle. It's just like a single shape puzzle. And as your kid like works on one, if they master it, then you can start adding like another one and give them two. But obviously my son's like too old for these now. These are really good for like baby puzzles, but I'm saving them again for like future child, so they're just here. I thought I'd just show them to you guys because I still had them out. This one is by Haba, and it's another really great puzzle for a younger child. My son does still play with this one, so I mean I say it's for a younger child, but he still loves it. But he did master this when he was like a 1-year-old, but you can just, it's a layering puzzle, so he just takes out all of the layers, and then they just work to put them back in. When he was younger, he did need help like with the order, like figuring out which one goes first. But now he kind of has that down for the most part, and he just problem solves and figures it out. But this is another great puzzle for like a younger baby or 1-year-old for sure. And that is all the puzzles we own. I love Melissa and Doug puzzles. We haven't done any jigsaw puzzles yet. You'll notice we don't have any of those like 2-piece jigsaw puzzles. I'm going to get him some for his, excuse me, for his Christmas this year, but he doesn't have any jigsaw puzzles yet, but we are going to introduce those soon. All right, moving on to stuffed animals. We only have 4, so we're doing pretty good on stuffed animals so far. I'm really picky about what kind of stuffed animals we keep. I don't want to keep like a bunch of like the cheaper ones because I feel like they just pile up and you end up with like 50 stuffed animals by the time they're 3 years old. So I'm kind of a stuffed animal snob, guys. But these are all Jellycat brand. So this is the brand Jellycat, and I usually just give him like 1 or 2 a year. So he'll get like one for Christmas and one for Easter, or like one for a birthday kind of thing. So this one he actually got when I first got him, when he had a little like dinosaur themed room. So I got him the Jellycat dinosaur. And the thing I love about the Jellycat brand specifically is they're so soft. Like I can't even tell you guys how soft these are. And then they're really high quality. So like people actually buy these for like their dog and stuff because they hold up really, really well. They're machine washable and they're just great. I mean, I've washed these like a million times, which is probably why they don't look like super new, but I feel like they've held up really well. So I definitely recommend these. So he got the dinosaur one when I first got him, and then I got him the bunny for his first Easter, the duck for his second Easter, and then I can't remember if he got the puppy for a Christmas or a birthday, but basically, like, that's the only ones we have, and I kind of want to keep growing his, like, Jellycat collection. Another really cute thing about these animals is they all have a book that goes with them. So like there's like a puppy book that they have and a bunny book, and you can get a book that goes with each one of them. So he has like a book that like goes with his stuffed animals, which I think is really cute. So if you're interested in that, that's the kind of stuffed animals that we have. Over here next to his slide, we have his tunnel. This is not where I normally keep it. Normally it's in the closet, but I just have it out here for you guys. This tunnel, it's just called a play tunnel, and I got it at Walmart. You can get any play tunnel anywhere. It's not important what kind of play tunnel you get. But this one I got when he first started crawling to have him practice like crawling through. And he still plays with it now. He'll come in and ask for his tunnel all the time. So definitely a good investment. I will say a buyer's regret here. I bought him a ball pit like tent with balls in it to go with his tunnel during COVID because I was like losing my mind during quarantine and was trying to get new things for him to do. And huge regret. Like, oh my gosh, I regretted that so much. He like barely played with it. Like for how much work and like money and stuff I spent on it, like he didn't play with it hardly ever, the ball pit part. And then on top of that, he threw the balls everywhere and it made a huge mess and it took forever to clean up. So I do not recommend getting a ball pit at all. Like at least for my son, like he didn't even enjoy it that much. And then just the headache it caused was awful. So I actually ended up selling that on Facebook Marketplace, but we did keep the tunnel because like I said, he does play with the tunnel. So I would get the tunnel and hold on the ball pit. At least that's been my family's experience. Over here, we have a book box. If you watched my toy rotation video, you know that I rotate books every week. So this is the ones he has out for this week. And then if you look up there, that's where we have the rest of our books. So we just rotate those out for him. Here, he has his blocks. Usually these are stored in the little drawers over there. This one is his Magna-Tiles. Honestly, like I feel like Magna-Tiles are probably better like for 3-4-year-olds and up, but even babies enjoy playing with them. Like they enjoy like taking the magnets off and like figuring out how they work. So I mean, he does play with them and is interested in them, and like even younger babies are interested in them. Like they're totally safe, they can chew on them or whatever. But I don't know, I'll just say like I think it's probably better for a 3 or 4-year-old. So honestly, I probably kind of wish I waited a little while before introducing these, but we do have them and he does enjoy them. So, you know, it's whatever. He'll grow into them. Maybe I'll wrap them up and give it to him again when he's 3. We'll see. Over here, we have his Duplo Legos, and these were a much bigger hit than I expected. My son loves these. Like he asks to play with Duplo Legos like almost every day, and we don't even have them like out like on his shelf like these toys are. Like they're like in a drawer over here, but he asks to get them out every day. And one of the reasons is because it has a little like Lego car in here, and he loves cars and he's really into, like he asked to play with them. But really he loves all of it. He loves to like knock the towers down that we build. He can't quite put the blocks together yet, without some assistance, but he still loves to play with it even though he can't do that yet. So I actually do really recommend these for a 2-year-old. A lot of people get those like mega blocks, which are like the even bigger version of these, but I honestly think the Duplo is like the best. They're still big enough that they're not a choking hazard, but I think that they last a lot longer. So I feel like you should just go straight to these instead of getting the mega blocks, but that's just my opinion. My son loves these, so I definitely recommend those. All right, coming over here, you'll see that we have this little rug here that's like, this is Melissa and Doug. No shock there. But Melissa and Doug car rug here. And then this is kind of how I display his toys. You saw this already if you watched my toy rotation video, but I just kind of display them very Montessori style. Like I kind of have all the little pieces out for him to like invite him to play. And so yeah, that's kind of just the toys we have displayed. So I only keep 8 out at a time, but we do have more. Here's this toy storage box over here that we will be going through. But this is kind of the ones I have out in rotation right now. So here I have a little pegboard. This is by the brand Haba. They make great wooden toys. You'll see I've had a couple things from them today already. And this is just like a little pegboard that they can practice putting the pegs in and then putting their rings in. So when you first give your child this, I would give them just the pegs and have them learn to do the pegs. And once they've mastered that, then you can add in the rings. But my son loves this. I wouldn't say it's like his favorite toy or anything, but I think it's a really great toy and works on a great skill. He's definitely already mastered it at 2 years old. So, but also the pieces are really small, so I wouldn't necessarily give this to a younger baby. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what age would be perfect for this, but he did like it. And I do like that it works on fine motor skills. I try to like vary his toys to be like a mixture of imaginative and fine motor kind of skills. So here is just like an open-ended. These are just some farm animals. This is by the brand Schleich Animals. And they make really high quality, realistic looking animals. They're definitely not cost effective. You can definitely buy cheaper animals than this. But I wanted to buy him some really high quality ones, particularly just like the farm animals, because my eventual plan is to get him like the barn when he's older and he can have like a really nice collection of like farm animals. I'm really like a children's toy enthusiast, if you can't tell. Like I like to have high quality stuff that they can use for generations. It's kind of like a little hobby of mine, so I don't always go for the cheapest options, but I do try to find a bargain when I can. But this is the animals he has so far. He's got the dog, a cat, a pig, a sheep, a horse, and a cow, and he does love these. He likes to set them up on the top of his shelf, which I think is so cute. And then he like plays with them too, so I like that he can have some open-ended toys like this. And like I said, these are very high quality, realistic looking animals, so if you're interested in that or like interested in starting a collection for your child, you can definitely get those. If not, like any kind of like toy animal brand will work. I mentioned this already, but this is the Melissa and Doug sound puzzle. It's just the one we had in rotation currently. This is by the brand Janod. I'm not sure how they say it, but I have to say this is like my favorite shape sorter I've ever found. I love it so much. And one, like the pieces are really like nice, high quality wooden, and he does do really well with it. But it also like you can turn it over and it has like the other shapes on here too, so you can kind of choose which side you want to do. And then it can also like be like a rolling drum for when your kids are younger. So I don't know, it's just really cute and functional, and I like it. I usually just keep 3 shapes out here and have whatever side I want him working on. He can do both sides now at this point, but yeah. Over here, I have this little threading apple. I believe this is by Melissa and Doug. I don't think it has the brand written on here, but I'm pretty sure that's a Melissa and Doug thing. It's a threading apple, so they can thread it through. And yeah, it's just working on his threading skills. I like it because it's not a choking hazard. It's just like one piece. Down here is just a Melissa and Doug wooden stacking block. It's great for learning size and learning stacking skills. Over here we have Melissa and Doug car town thing. Comes with like little barn, cars, some signs. There's some people in here too down at the bottom, and that just kind of goes with this rug. That was like his big gift for his 2-year-old birthday, and he plays with this every day. Like I said, my son loves cars, so 0 regrets buying that. This is another thing I have 0 regrets buying. I got him this little doll when he was 1 year old, and this is by the brand We Sprout. Let's see if they have a tag. Oh, you know what? There we go. So actually the company that makes it is called Manhattan Toy, but the doll is called the We Sprout doll. So super cute. It's got this little like magnetic pacifier on it. You can pick some different outfits for it to go in, but he just loves playing with this, and he's loved it since he got it and still plays with it every day. So I love that he has that. I also love that it comes in inclusive varieties. And here, this is his music box, or his music basket. So all of his music toys are in here. He's got this little Fisher-Price music player. He has some silk scarves. All of these toys, I believe, yeah, they're all by Hape. So all the musical instruments in here are by the brand Hape. He's got a drum. He has the Hape cymbals. He's got a xylophone. He's got this little like shaker, a little clapper. Woo. And I think, are these eggs also by Hape? Oh, actually, so these shaker eggs are actually by Haba, so Hape and Haba are both a good wooden toy company. So yeah, he just got like all of those like little toy instruments in there that he plays with. I kind of keep these all out all the time because I just like him to have access to music because he loves it so much. So that, I will say, probably the thing he plays with the most is this record player, because again, he doesn't have very many toys that make sound or play music, and he is a big lover of music, so he's very into that. So there's those. And then finally, let's get down to this giant box before this video gets too ridiculously long. All right, this is his toy. He got this for his 2-year-old birthday. He hasn't played with it too much yet, but I think he's growing into it. This is a Melissa and Doug toy chest. It's just got different tools and like wooden nails and things for him to play with, just like a little pretend tool set. So there's that. This is a Melissa and Doug threading set, so it comes with these little strings and they thread them through the beads. He definitely loves this but hasn't quite mastered the threading yet. This is a Montessori toy. It is by the brand, I actually don't think it has a brand on it, but if you look up Montessori coin box, it'll come up on Amazon. But it just comes with these little keys and he can turn it and learn to unlock and then just open the box, and you can put whatever kind of little treasures you want in there for them to find. When they get older, you can actually put real coins in there and they can put it in there, but I don't trust my son to have little tiny coins yet. He likes to put things in his mouth still, so we're not quite to that point yet. Here is like a little like punch and shoot thing. This is definitely more of a 1-year-old toy, but we still have it. He does still like to play with it, so you just hit the little balls in there and they come out. And this is by the brand Plan Toys, another great wooden toy company. A lot of his baby toys were from Plan Toys. Here is a doctor kit. It's a little wooden doctor kit. This one's by Dragon Drew. There's a lot of cute wooden doctor kits out there. This is a very just like minimal plain one. It literally just has like everything that's just like cute and wooden. And this was just to kind of start imaginative play for him. I think he's just slightly too young for this, but I think probably by Christmas time he'll really be playing with this. Here is this is called, I think it's called Roll and Play. And basically it's a little like board game for young children. You can roll it and then, yeah, roll and play. And then it tells them to like do something like touch your belly button. So it's like a little like fun game. Honestly, we haven't played with it that much yet. But I think he's just now getting to the age where he would enjoy it. These I have talked about before, but I highly recommend these DK cards. I have first words, I have animals, and I have things that go. These are all fantastic. They are touch and feel like cards, and my son has loved these since like before he was 1 year old, and he still loves them now. They all have like a little touch and feel feature, and it's just so great for learning vocabulary and matching and pointing things out, and he loves those, so I highly recommend those. The next thing is this little dress-up bear. This is by Melissa and Doug. It's got a little button and a buckle, and there's a zipper inside and a pocket, so tons of cute stuff for them to learn how to dress themselves there. He's just now starting to play with that. This is like a little bug keeper. This is definitely more of a 1-year-old toy also, but he still likes to play with it, so I still have it out. But has little bugs in here, and he can stuff them and take them out. He actually likes to throw these for our dog, and the dog goes and gets them. So it's kind of more of a dog toy for him. Let's see. This is another Montessori coin box. Again, I feel like all these Montessori things do not have brand names on them, but you can just look up Montessori coin box. It will come up, and they just put the coins in. He's definitely mastered this since he was young, but he still loves it. The only other thing we have in here, we've got a set of wooden blocks, again from Melissa and Doug. We have a Fisher-Price little, I don't know what you call these, but it just works on fine motor skills. He had this since he was young, but he still likes it. We have a set of Melissa and Doug puppets. We have a little frog that you pull. This is by the brand Hape. This was a great pulling toy. We have this little like roller. This was by the brand Hape. So another great thing for that, like a rolling push toy. And we have a ring stacker that's by Plan Toys, which he's mastered that. And then this is by the brand Grimm's, Grimms, and it's just a little stacking like nesting thing, which he also has mastered, but we still have. And that's it, guys. That was such a long video, but that's everything that my son owns, everything that we have. I hope that gave you some helpful ideas. If you have something that your child loves that I didn't mention, definitely leave it in the comments below. And yeah, I would love to have you subscribe. If you liked this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Check out my channel below. I really appreciate you guys, and I will talk to y'all soon. All right, bye everybody.